Hey guys, this is Inventor Dude 14, and today I'm going to be showing you 10 tips for makers. Tip number 1, keep the screws. So while making things, oftentimes you have to pull out the screws in order to get the parts inside. So I take a little dish from a yogurt cup and I just throw the screws in there. And it's a great way to store them and make sure they don't roll off your table or work area. Tip number 2, salvage, salvage, salvage. When opening up a piece of junk, you may think it's useless, but oftentimes there's a lot of useful parts in there that you can desolder and reuse for your own projects. Tip number 3, have some tools. The 3 main tools I use are my glue gun, my multimeter, and my soldering iron for electronics projects. Tip number 4, join some maker websites. A site that I like is Instructables here. You can make literally anything. You can see all the categories there. It says everything, technology, workshop, living, food, play, and outside. It is an amazing site, and if you want to make or learn how to make something, definitely check it out. Next is Hackaday. This site, as the name implies, has a hack a day. Sometimes there's more than one, but there's nothing wrong with that. This is a great site because oftentimes amazing makers and hackers join and they submit their awesome projects on the site, and you get to read about it and learn about it each day. Really worth it. Check both of them out. Tip number 5, get more for less. So go to tag sales, go to flea markets, you get all kinds of stuff. Laptop there works. That laptop also works. Got for only about 10 bucks. I also got a DVD drive that works. A PS1 that also works. And I also got an old pair of Sony speakers that were meant for cassette player, but they have the 1/8 inch jack so you can plug it into your iPod. Totally worth it. Tip number 6, organize it. When I take apart things, I often end up with a lot of pieces, so I've organized them in this case. So now I spend less time searching for parts and more time building. These are just a few of the things that I've acquired over the years of taking apart things and sorting it in this box. If you can, it's best to organize all the parts. Tip number 7, reuse anything for your own purposes. My entire workstation here is actually built from an old PC case, and I just reused it and filled in all the parts. My rotating table at the bottom there, that's just the plate that rotates inside an old microwave. I reused it, making building easier. Tip number 8, write/draw out your ideas. It's always important to know where you're going before you build it. On the right there, you can see my transparent LCD project. That was something I drew out before I built it a long time ago. Always write down your plans. Tip number 9, always have a good place for your creations. Instead of storing them away or throwing them away, find a good spot for them. For example, the light bulb project from last month. That's where I thought was a good spot. Tip number 10, if you put your mind to it, you can accomplish anything. Marty McFly from Back to the Future. Perhaps some of you remember my retro radio. That was a build from months ago. Or my iPod speaker. Or even my junk robot that I built from spare parts. You can accomplish anything if you put your mind to it. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next month.